Okay, I'm going to start by getting rid of this white background because it's kind of annoying. I'm going to select the fill tool. Well, in the stage, go to your backdrop tab up at the top here. Select your fill tool. I'm going to choose this left and right gradient that'll fade between two colors, and you can switch between the two colors, so you can set them just by clicking these two options here. With the one on top is the one that you get to set. So I'm going to choose a couple of different greens, and I'm going to make it so it looks kind of like it's bright on the right side. And then when I click the screen, you get that sort of gradient look, and that'll be our backdrop for this game. Uh, so after that, to start, we will create the actual character that the player will control, which is we do by adding a sprite to the project. Down in the sprite area, there are options for adding your sprites. I click the paint new sprite icon, so it took me to the costume editor on the right, so I can draw its picture and add a costume to its costumes. But before I do that, I'm going to click this little eye up above it in the sprite area to give it the name player, so that I can keep everything uh, straight when I select them in the scripts later. Uh, to draw our sprite, I'm going to zoom in a bit so that I can try to get things symmetrical around the crosshair here, which represents the center of the sprite. And I'm also, I'm going to select the circle because I want to make it look like a sphere, and I'm going to select this filled in option, and I am going to try to get it to look symmetrically wrapped around. That's not very good, but whatever. Let me just center that. That was quite a bit off. Uh, so that's centered. So we've got a little character. It's a circle, not very exciting. So I'm going to select my fill tool again. This time I'm going to select the circular gradient, and I'm going to choose some blue colors just to make it. And if I have a bright spot in the middle, where I click, I think the bright spot centers around where the mouse clicks, and that sort of makes it look like there's a light and a shadow. So it kind of looks more like a sphere instead of just a circle. And that'll represent our ball. And now we want to write a script for it that makes it look like it's moving around on the screen, as though there were a force being applied to it. Our controls will just be the up, down, left, and right buttons on the keyboard. And if I hold one of the buttons, I want it to be able to speed up. If I hold it for a while and then switch, so I press down then, I want it so that it slows down before stopping and then turning around. To do that, we have to, that instead of controlling its speed, where if I press up it moves up and down it moves down, here we're controlling the acceleration, which means the change in speed. So we have to create a couple of new variables. So when I have the sprite selected in the sprite area, then the script editor is writing scripts just for that sprite. So then I can create a variable, actually two, one for the speed in the x direction, one for the speed in the y direction. And these are what we're going to control with our keyboard. Rather than the motion itself, we're going to control these variables, and then these variables will control the motion.